Hi, I just wanted to do a quick video for YouTube. So, as you know, I won't go in too deep with things on this channel or say the wrong thing. I've already got some strikes again. The last time they took my channel down, it took me quite a while to get it back up. So, I don't think that I say anything near what a lot of other people say, but my channel is targeted, and it's targeted energetically, and I've explained that before. So I wanted to just have a quick chat about the Olympics and we could say the opening of the Olympics. Look, in 1992, the opening of the Barcelona Olympics was all about the recent illness that we had on the planet. And I put a video up on my Telegram channel, Ignite the Light with Susan Ashley, and it shows you the whole thing, the substance, everything. So we all know, or if you don't know, you should know, that the biggest universal law in this universe is the law of free will. So therefore, dark and light must announce what they're going to do. And if you agree to it, that's fine. So how they do that is by what we call pre-programming. Yes, subliminal programming, predictive programming, there's lots of different names for it. So what that is that we may be talking and you're listening to the words and we're looking at each other. We're also smelling things at the same time. So these senses all attached, going directly into the brain, these senses we use every day, every second of the day. Even when we're asleep, we're aware of what's going on. So even though you and I may be talking, we're also aware of everything else that's going on around us. It's all going in. And let's say behind the person that you're talking to is a video about something, and it could be a month later you might start talking about that very video, not realizing that you saw it in a video. Or someone may have been talking in the background about something, but you were sort of half listening, not really listening, because you're listening to the person that you're talking to. But then a month later you hear the same thing and you accept it as truth, because you think something in you goes, I already heard that. I already saw that. I already experienced that on some level, so it has to be true. Because the brain works in a way that if you experience something on any of these, repeatedly, it becomes part of you. And we know that as kids. Look, children learn languages. They can learn several languages before they even go to school and know, or are even spoken to about grammar, or they put a full sentence together, past, present, future, noun, adjective, pronoun, everything. They do it all naturally because it's been around them and it makes sense to them. It's natural to them. And it's the same for this dark programming. We have it on every program you watch, every TV show, everything you read. I remember when 50 Shades of Grey came out and everyone was like, oh my God, it's so amazing. And a friend of mine gave me the book and said, oh, you should read it. It's so amazing. Anyway, I started reading it, and as a psychotherapist, I was appalled at the messaging that was in there. And I was saying to my friend, I don't think I can read this. It's just too hideous. The subliminal messaging that is in here for young girls and for women and for men is so degrading. I just think it's disgusting. Don't like it. I think it's dangerous. And of course, it was #1 all over the world. Why is that? You've got to ask yourself, why are these things getting picked up and promoted? Because they want it in your psyche. And when they do these massive ceremonies, they're placing it in the psyche of billions. They're licking their lips and celebrating at how clever they are to program everyone to accept what they're offering in the future. You've heard of the 4 horsemen. Well, they did the last horseman, the horseman of death. They're showing you what they're bringing. And people are sort of going to be, but mustn't talk about the negative and be in the positive, and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Look, I understand. I don't want to hear it either. And it's not like I'm obsessed with it at all. I didn't watch the Olympics. These are just snippets that I'm getting from, just few minute videos and things. I just look at the symbology and I go, there's no way. I think I did a video about the fact that I purposely watched some of the Euro Song Contest, which wasn't that long ago, and the complete and utter ritual that went on. It was an invocation and a harvesting of souls, a beckoning. It was pulling you in. It even tried to pull me in. I could feel it. And I'm an astute spiritual person. So I'm aware of these differences. I'm aware of when someone's trying to hypnotize me or steal my energy. For instance, you might just feel tired when you're around a certain person because you're around you call it an energy vampire. That's acceptable. But what about the vampire of the soul? And these energy vampires are imprinting your frequency and the frequency of your children with demonic intentions. And so they did the last horseman. They did the Last Supper. Look at these words I'm using. Last. Why the Last Supper? I know a lot of people are saying it's blasphemy. It's all of this, against the Christians. No. They're telling you something. They're telling you that they are replacing Christ consciousness with the demon, and I'm not going to say the name because I won't give it any energy, but it is the demon that has female breasts and male anatomy as well. Okay, I won't say the name. And it's being promoted a lot. It's very active at the moment. And people are not aware how active, because our hearts are being awakened also. And so our heart goes out to people who are confused, people who are struggling, people who believe that they're different. I can tell you now, every teenager thinks they're different and that nobody understands. Every single one of us. There is not one person that hasn't gone through their teenage years thinking that at some point. So I know there are a lot of young people going, but you don't understand. I actually do understand. Because everybody feels that way. The good thing is, you do find yourself and you grow through it. And what you're learning is to develop a mind of your own. What you're learning about yourself through that confusion and that questioning is massive. So don't give your power away to a doctor or a community or a psychologist, a psychotherapist. It doesn't matter who it is. When someone tries to tell you who you are and you don't know who you are, that's run for the nearest door. Okay, it's not our job to tell you who you are. It's your job to discover that. So the Last Supper is literally saying we're going to replace this energy. And why are they doing that? Because the Christ consciousness, if you notice how many people are getting baptized, how many people are turning to the Christian or the Catholic or, a sort of form of religion connected to Jesus Christ. Okay? They're going for that religion because the consciousness is being streamed upon us. My lights just all flickered then. It's streaming down upon us. It's awakening within us as well. And the reason they didn't do it on another so-called religion, doesn't matter what it is, but you know, probably guess which one I'm referring to, is because had they done that, there would have been blood on the walls and in the streets. But that's not the religion or the God they want to covenant, is it? Because it's just as evil as they are. Black box, just saying. Black box. Any religion that tells you to kill is not a religion. It's evil. It's demonic. It's not even a cult, right? It's an alignment with a dark religion. It's not of light, right? So that's what's going on. That's why they're doing it. You need to prepare right now for what's coming, because they showed you what they intend to do. And I don't need to spell it out for you, because if I need to spell it out for you, you don't have a functioning brain at this point. You're completely captured, right? There's no in between. Oh, the poor things, they didn't understand. They know exactly what they're doing. Oh, it was very inclusive. The whole agenda of inclusive, the people who are screaming that are excluding everyone else. So none of it makes sense, and it's not meant to make sense. You know, when it's the same when we had that illness a little while ago. It's not meant to make sense. It's meant to confuse you. It's meant to create fear. When you're in fear, what do? You listen to the first person that makes sense. When your brain has been activated to fight or flight mode, more importantly, anybody that says to you, come this way, you'll go. Do this, you'll do it, right? Because something in your brain has been, it's been opened up to, it's like your brain gets opened up to function by the outside only, because the inside can't make sense of it, right? The outside is so abhorrent to you. It's so confusing to you. It's such a mess to you. It's so scary to you. The inside can't make sense of it, especially when it's a lie. It's why children get confused when people are lying to them and they feel like they're going mad. Do you see what I'm saying? It's these children who are being lied to and they feel confused and that they're going mad and that there's something wrong with them. It's because it's being, you know, the normal stage of teenage life and youth is to question your identity, right? Not your gender, your identity. It's to question that. It's to lack confidence. It's to compare yourself with other people. You know, I remember as a young girl, you know, when a girl started menstruating, the ones who didn't, like me, I was late. It was always, oh, it hasn't done, or who's wearing a bra first, and all of this sort of thing. So you're constantly, you're already doing it. And when you have adults pushing you to feel more confused and then telling you they've got the solution, that's the same thing that they're doing to the adults, right? They're creating this confuse, like, this can't be right. This is just crazy. It's insanity. I'm just going to go like this, because they're imprinting you with it so that at some point you're just going to acquiesce and go, oh, okay, this is reality. And this is what they're doing right now. It's what they're doing. And that ceremony was a future image for you to figure out, because remember, you have free will. You have free will. You have to invite it in. And when you watch that shit, you invite it into your psyche. And then when it happens, you accept it because it's already been placed there. That's what I'm saying. That's how it works. And if your mind isn't clear and strong at the same time, it's very difficult to figure that out. Really difficult. Because it's just a constant, bombardment. If I start to watch a show and I see that crap, I just turn it off. I don't want to watch anymore. That's it. I just don't want to. So no, I'm not going to let myself be programmed by that. It's not happening. There's a lot more to say. I'm doing a channeling on the 8th of August. It's online, so you can join in on via Zoom. Just go to my website, lovelightandtruth.com, and you'll see the details there. And there, what will be spoken about is what we can do, what's coming and what we can do, because there is an ascension happening. And the battle here is it's not financial, it's not land, it's not any of those things. It's actually spiritual. And it's showing itself so blatantly now that you can't ignore it. So if you'd like to, you can sign up for that. And I'll speak to you again soon. Lots of love. Bye.